I try to tell them, but they ain't wanna listen. Now they forced to back up and pay attention. Get in tune to it. This is G music. All the trappers and the fiend in the hood use it. You can ride to it, you can bounce to it. Do your thing with the king and drop an ounce to it. Get your hustle on. It's all about that paper. Y'all can't fuck with us, 'cause this is our year. Lies that we're finally in. We here, niggas. Knock, knock. It's SC. Highly underrated, but you gon' respect my G. Since the NO ain't been no threat like we. Plus we hotter than the pot of jalapeno pepper seed. And if you got a problem, buy that motherfucker, step to me. It ain't a gumbo to the pale metal tree is in the recipe. Rapping to the death of me. Getting on is my destiny. Smith and Wesson Long, big chrome if you're testing me. That's what I live by. That's what I stand for.
That's right. Hey, apparently that's the unedited version, big guy. I forgot to edit it. We all grown. We all grown.
You know, the deacon.
New time. New time, new day, man. We start a new season and we're starting training camp. We done got past all the OTAs, now we in mandatory minicaps, big guy. And everybody's there except for my man Terry. But it's all right. He did that 2 years ago. He gonna get there.
That's right.
We're not worried about Terry. They're gonna pay Terry. It's just a matter of whether he want 30 or 35. What do you want? 35 or 30? Give it to him.
I don't know, baby. But saying all that, everybody was there except for Terry. There's a couple players had some health issues. Some of the older players kind of set out and just warmed up on the side. I believe it. But Lattimore practiced, though. He looked good. Yeah, he practiced. So that was good to see that Lattimore was out there. I think Tunsil was working to the side. I think the middle linebacker had a family obligation. He been there the whole time. Yeah. Quan Martin got had the shoulder surgery, so they wanted to rest him. Yeah. But he did do some practicing during the week, so he's out there. I was happy to see Lattimore out there, though. I really was happy to see him out there.
That's the main thing. He need to get the work in because he can't sit on his laurels and act like he had a good season last year. It was an average season. We traded for him. He was hurt when he came in. Maybe he was still hurt. Maybe not. I don't know. He just didn't have that giddy up that he used to have when he was in New Orleans. So maybe on the off season he got himself together. Maybe he can, got healthy, and he can start trailing down some of these wide receivers that we need him to do. Now they say
it's key. It's key. He's key. He's key. I think for our
he rounds it out.
He balances out. We got to have him have a good season, and we got to have big man in the middle from Alabama. He's in a contract year. Payne have a good season too. I think those two are key for our defense. Having Payne having one of those Payne-like contract years, and had Lattimore having a contract year. Both of them around the same age, and Terry, all of them are that 30 point, that 29, 30 point, and they try to get that third contract. Yeah, that third contract. So they're looking for that third contract, the last big payday. And all three of them. And also Debo is looking for that third contract. He's trying to get his last big payday. So we got some people out there trying to get payday. Of course, Terry feel like he deserves a payday, and he doesn't deserve a payday. But we understand it. He may want Chase money. And right now at 29-30, he can't get Chase money. Well, but he can get a pay raise, though. I'm not saying he can't get a pay raise.
Well, he's making $25 a year now, right?
He's getting $25 a year. He got one more year at 25, which puts him in the top, 15, but he's more than a top 15 receiver. You know what I'm saying?
What about 31?
Limited time.
That's less than your boy got in Pittsburgh.
Who, Big Boy?
Yeah, 14.
Yeah. He's younger though.
He's 27. He's not that much younger.
He's younger.
27 years old.
That's still younger, D.
Well, let's look at. Well, that's why he's getting 30, 35.
Well,
he's getting 35 a year.
It depends on how you look at the structure. Well, I understand, it's front loaded and how it's structured. So altogether, with your guarantee may be a little different than with the numbers that's out there.
Well, what happened? They front loaded the contract. They gave him a $30 million signing bonus. He's for the first 2 years he gets 35, and then they can get out of the contract after that if he's not performing.
Right.
Okay?
I like contracts like that for Terry.
Because we can pay Terry up until the point where we got to pay Jake.
Yeah, we got to let it. He can't get that.
But now, if you want to give somebody some money, now's the time.
Yeah. I'm
We're
sure.
not giving anybody else money. We're not. He's the only contract right now we're working on.
Yeah, but you want to be smart with your money. Can we trade him and get a top 5 receiver?
You can't trade him. You can't. You can trade him on the market, but
I understand
you would devastate that locker room.
Will we be dumb enough to go for Ayuk?
Nah,
he's getting 32. I think Ayuk is getting 32, 33, but he's injured.
Ayuk's getting 30.
He's getting 30?
Yeah.
But Ayuk is a lot younger.
He's a lot younger, but his injury history. But you'd be devastating the locker room at that point. To take Terry out, you telling people, you stay here, you do the right things, we're gonna trade you anyway.
So what do you think the holdup is, D? What's the holdup?
Well, the only problem is that he was loyal when we weren't good. But
you can't pay nobody.
I'm saying this is a different staff. That wasn't about them.
Even so, you can't play for yesteryears. I mean, even at your work,
but still, he had his best year last year.
Yeah,
so he's been ascending. He's not declining. He's ascending.
Well, is he ascending or he's got a better quarterback now?
Same thing. So if he had a better quarterback, he would have been.
A lot of popular people believe when you got that top-ranked quarterback, a lot of people look good with a top-ranked quarterback. So
we still got a top-ranked quarterback, so he'll look good coming up in the next couple of years.
What I'm saying is, you can have, you can have Noah Brown out there, maybe looking good.
Nah, come on.
I mean, he's not gonna be Terry.
I understand.
He's not gonna be good. You know what I'm saying?
You got to pay. Listen, you got to pay Terry. Give him 31.5. You should be okay. 31.5.
Well, I understand that he is not taking a home down at this point. He's
not a hometown. Big Al. That's $7 million. That's $6 million a year more than you made last year.
I give you what you're saying. Well, I understand that he's asking for ridiculous money at the moment. Okay.
Well, they always go. Hey, it's got to start.
If I'm him, I'm gonna ask for a ridiculous moment. With the season's a long way away, so he's gonna ask for a ridiculous moment right now. So I think that's the holdup. Right now, he wants Chase money, he wants Jefferson money, and you just can't pay him that.
Yeah, and we got to remember also that when he was going for his last contract, they were saying the same thing. He wanted ridiculous money. He wasn't happy with it, but they came to an agreement of a nice number.
Well, he got good money at the time. He got top 10 money.
Right. That's what I'm saying. See, if you pay him 31 now, it's going to be cheap in 2 years. It's going to be not the same in 2 years. The contract is going to look better and better as the years go by.
No, it's not, because he's getting older.
Because the money, the cap is going to go up. Owner's going to.
I agree with you on that, Deacon. But Deacon, he's not going to be the same player in 2 years.
Well, we can cut him in 2 years. We front load the contract, big guy. Front load the contract.
Okay, Deacon. Well, then that's the case. Then maybe he's asking. That's why he's asking for Chase money now. He wants. I think
the problem is not the money, but the years. When players get older, they want more years of guaranteed money because they're getting old. They know they're going to eventually start declining. Injuries start popping up. He's been fairly healthy for the first 5 years, so he's doing good. But just like anybody, you look towards your future. You know things are going to happen. You got to prepare. So I think that's usually when you got an older player looking for a contract. They want more years than a short amount of years because they know that you can cut them in a couple of years and they don't have any security. And if they get hurt, they get that money spaced out a little better. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I'm not disagreeing with Terry. I want Terry to get all his money. I understand as the employee, as I'm an employee, I don't have my own business. I'm an employee. I understand what Terry's doing. I want him to negotiate as much money as he can because he deserves it. He worked hard for the organization over the last year. He was here when it was trashy. You know what I'm saying? He was the only good thing here. So that the organization now is coming up a little bit. He deserves his money, and I want him to get his money. And I'm in agreement with you. They should go ahead and front load his money for 2 years. If he wants. He's asking for, like I said, the way I understand, he's asking for Chase money.
What's Chase making? 35?
No, 40.
Shit, no, he ain't asking for that.
He is. He is.
And look, you put out there what you want. You know what I mean? And if they go for it, listen, you all work with whoever is willing to pay you that money.
Right. So that's why I'm saying he's asking for Chase money, and that means he's not going to be there into the middle of camp till reality sets in. And he's going to get set, you know what I'm saying? Which is fine. I don't mind him coming in the middle of camp. I know Terry's going to be in shape, ready to go. He knows the plays. I know he has a relationship with Daniels already. He'll be ready to go. I'm not worried about that. I'm not going to trip off of it. You know, I'm looking at the other facets of the team, giving McCaffrey opportunity to run some routes. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's going to be over by the end of the week.
Huh?
I give it to the end of the week.
I mean, I think that'd be foolish on his representative if they ended at the end of the week. I keep pushing it. I come on TV, be doing sit-ups and doing TO and stuff, and all that, trying to get my money up because this is probably his last big contract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he
can't make money like this outside of football.
All that's rational. But you know what happens when you hold out most of camp, you get a fat contract, you come in, what happens to a wide receiver? Ping!
Well, he's 30, so
hamstring goes. Yeah, hamstring goes.
We saw that with Ayuk last year. So we realized that with Ayuk, that's what happened to Ayuk. So you're right, but he has to do better. If I think Terry just recently got married, I want to say. I think I saw him married last week, a couple weeks ago.
I don't know. Yeah. I know he's married.
He got married, so he has a family to take care of. He got to, and he's nice. He got probably 60, 70 million in the bank, but it'd be nice to get another 100. You know what I'm saying?
Why not take it?
Why not take it when it's there for you?
They probably on vacation somewhere, and they say, "Look, I'll sign the contract when I get back."
Deacon, when you at the games where everybody's saying, "Give it to Terry, throw it to Terry," everybody's screaming, "Throw it to Terry." You know what I'm saying? So he's open. So if that's the case, let's go ahead and pay this man the money. He's selling tickets. Let's pay his money. I'm not saying give him Chase money, but give him good money. That's my thing.
Yeah, as long as you front load it and have money at the end. At the end, when you can pay Jaden, if he's still what he is, then all the money in the front. We're just trying to win Super Bowls at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you this question, Deacon. What do you think about Coleman moving to guard? They got him playing left and right guard.
If that put Coleman or Conley. As long as they put Conley at tackle.
Well, right now they got the veterans playing starting right tackle
because they always want people to earn their spot.
Yeah, and they got
if Coleman moves down, because they got him splitting with Allegretti.
Right.
So that means that and he's playing on both sides, but he's
left and right. Yeah, he's playing left and right.
But if that moves Wiley down to a guard, that's fine with me.
Well, Riley's playing tackle right now. He's starting tackle.
Right, but I'm saying if Conley beats him out and they move Wiley down to guard, which is probably his better position anyway, and they have Coleman as the other guard splitting with Allegretti or whoever wins that position, that's fine with me.
One thing about that, Allegretti makes line calls too. Him and Badass make line calls. Both of them make line calls.
True, but listen, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's time for Daniels to start making, JD to start making line calls. The great quarterbacks make the line calls too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the same time, this is what's working. Right now, Badass knows how to call what he needs to call to get the line straight. Right. We had our line last year was better than the previous 3 years, and it's pretty much the same people almost.
It was the same people, right? It was a rookie. It was one added rookie. That's all it was. Yeah.
So I'm okay with it, and I'm sure he's learning. I'm sure he probably knows how to call it. It's just a matter of if they have to get a backup center in there or something like that. I'm sure he knows how to make the call. You know what I mean? So it'll be all right. I mean, he handled the backs and the wide receivers. Let the center handle the line and the calls the way they want to protect. I'm okay.
Well, I understand that JD 5 is dropping dimes in the pocket. He ain't running this year. He's in the pocket, just practicing on dropping dimes, and he's dropping dimes and talking. He likes to talk a lot of trash, where I understand it. So he's talking trash and dropping dimes in that pocket.
he's kind of got to talk trash and smile at the same time. You know,
Right.
People think he's still a good guy, but
Yeah. That's kind of how he does it.
In your face.
Yeah. I heard that's how he does it. But he's in the pocket. He may be the best running quarterback in the pocket that can drop dimes in the pocket I've ever seen. Because I'm trying to think of in the pocket and drop dimes who I would compare him to. But there's nobody that can, if he can drop dimes the way he's looking like Brady, they say he's looking like Brady in the pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Brady's getting out of the pocket.
But when he gets out of that pocket, he's
what about Warren Moon?
But Warren Moon couldn't run like this dude. This dude is faster than Warren Moon.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying he's equivalent. I'm just
Warren
saying
Moon was a good.
I
like the dude from from Nashville, from Tennessee Titans, that went to the HBCU. What's the dude's name? McNair. He was deadly in that pocket. Yeah. And he could run too. He could run too. But I don't think he was fast as JD. JD's faster than him.
You might want to look at Harold Carmichael. Probably not as good in the pocket, but definitely kind of that scrambling guy.
Yeah, well, he's definitely better than Jackson. He's better than Michael Vick in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's already, to me, better than Jackson and Michael Vick in the pocket. You know, he's better than.
He's a pure passer and a runner. Not a
runner. Right. What's the name? What's the dude that played for Philly for a while? That older cat got chubby fat, played for us too. He was pretty good running and throwing the pocket. Not McNair, was it? McNabb, yeah, McNabb.
But that was we got, though.
Huh? We got him. He was overweight when we got him.
he was collecting a paycheck, baby.
He was so chubby. That's the one I think T.O. swung on. Didn't T.O. try to beat him up?
But what about your boy in Cleveland, who was playing when he was in the Texans? He was a dude at that point.
Yeah, before he got the massages, he was
the massages messed him up.
Yeah, the massages messed him up. But when he was at Texas, he was tight. Yeah, him and Daniels are very comparable. Yeah, very comparable. Yeah, but they say he's dropping dimes. They say, of course, the rookie looking good. Second round pick. Amos looking good. We can't see what the line is doing because no live bodies out there. We're not gonna know.
We're not hitting each other.
Everybody talking about your man, the 7th round pick.
Hey, don't let me bring that up.
They say he's bigger than you think he is, and he's faster than you think he is.
They say he threw the 7-yard touchdown.
Yeah, he's bigger than you think he is, though. You know what I'm saying?
Too.
And he's faster. So your boy, he said, we'll see.
I'm not gonna say nothing until the season starts.
Till they start hitting. You ain't gonna know nothing until they start hitting with running backs. But hey,
we know what the line does. So that's one thing.
Yeah, the line too. Hey, what about tight end? Old man, Ertz is looking great out there.
Yeah, Ertz is still playing. They said Senate caught a couple balls today.
Yeah, Senate looked pretty good today. They said McCaffrey looked decent today. That's why I was saying by Terry being out, it gives some of our younger players a look. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't normally get. You know what I'm saying? So
I ain't know about Lane today though.
Who?
Our rookie, Lane.
Yeah, they say he looked nice today. Yeah, they say he blew past some people today.
Well, he's fast.
Yeah, they say he blew past our 2nd round pick, Amos. Yeah,
you like when they brought Brian Robinson? Brian. What's his boy name?
Who you talking about?
The Skins. Brian, number 30 for the Skins. Brian, what's his last name?
Mitchell,
yeah, shit.
Talking the Hall of Famer.
We do.
He on the radio. He on the radio, isn't he?
Yeah, but they brought him into practice, and they
catch punts.
Yeah, well, they show him how to catch. He don't think he was catching punts, but I think.
Okay, whatever, man.
Whatever works, right?
Whatever works, man. Whatever works. I just, like I said, I just want him to go ahead and pay Terry his money because he deserves it. Like you said, 2 years. Mm-hmm. Want to see Tunsil out there. They say Tunsil got to work himself back in shape, but he was there.
But he never comes to camp.
Yeah, I know.
So I mean,
he know block. He got it. Yeah. Ain't that complicated, Deacon? It's not that complicated. They're not hitting. So he like, why should I be there? They're not hitting. Just give me some fried chicken. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I stepped to the left. You know what I'm saying? He got it.
Nothing he ain't never done before.
Nothing he ain't done before. So yeah, I mean, I think it's better for the DBs, the wide receivers to get the timing down, the DBs to learn how to get the coverage right and get the.
Yeah, but let's go back to Lattimore though, because he is the key. Because if he's able to lock down his position this year, then that gives a lot of flexibility to the rookie, to Sanders Steele, to Quan Martin at the safety, and Will Harris at the safety. It really makes things less complicated once that starts.
Yeah,
if we can lock that down. Even if he's 70% of what he was, and we can run a pure zone, a 2 and a 3.
Right, yeah.
You know, and have, I mean,
yeah. I think the key is, I think the key is, can he get over that chronic hamstring injury? He kept getting those hamstring injuries. He could have a hard time staying healthy with the hamstring. And that may be, that's how you, be honest with you, Deacon, he's the same age as, I think he's the same age as Terry. So, unfortunately, in football, in sports in general, but in football, you know, that's how you lose a step. It's really injuries and stuff like that. You actually don't really, you know what I'm saying? And what it is your recovery time, and you recover from injuries is the problem with, especially football. All those hits and tackles and falling on the ground and stuff, it builds up, it accumulates much faster in football than it does in other sports. So that's the reason why I'm so encouraged by I'm Terry. I'm holding out long as possible because this may be my last check. You know, and that money got to stretch. You know what I'm saying?
But he's had a whole season, off season to get right this year. So
yeah, I'm hoping that
if he's gonna get right, it's got to be now.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he went to Europe and he's stretching. He's doing the Kobe's and all that stuff to stretch his career out. Because I think he's 29 or 30. You know, he should have a step back, still have some speed. We hoping that he can participate in that left side for us. We got Amos, we got Sanya, so we got the dude from the older cat from Boston, from New England. I think Bobby Johnson or something like that.
Yeah, Johnson.
Yeah. So he's gonna be our fourth cornerback, and then we got the dude from last year. That wasn't bad. The African dude, this kind of tall dude. What's the dude? He was a slot cornerback for us last year. Umanagani, yeah, he's not bad. To me, he's not bad.
He's a good rotational player.
Yeah, fourth corner. Yeah, good fourth corner. I mean, he's not a starter, but he's a fourth corner. So I think if we got that and we get a pass rush, we find a way to put things together.
That's what Kinlaw's job is.
Yeah, Kinlaw, Payne. I want Payne to regain some of his form. And I want somebody that we don't know about, like last year's draft pick, or somebody that we haven't counted on to step up.
John Pierre. They say he looked good. He's a big dude.
What's the dude we signed last year? Start with an A. Not Austin. What was his name? Armstrong. Somebody like that. Yeah. Somebody like that did not play their best last year. Maybe step up a little bit and contribute. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's how Fowler got.
Fowler. We wasn't counting on Fowler last year. He was
out of the park. Yeah,
and really Fowler got his sacks the first like 6 or 7 games. He got a couple after that, but he got his sacks in bunches, put it that way. But let's get out of here, Big Deacon. We're getting out of here, Big Deacon.
Well, just the one thing. What do you think about the 2 in-season practices we have with Baltimore and one with New England?
I think that's good. I think that really would be our preseason. Really, that's how you make the team, is these in-season practices. I don't think we're going to see anything on the real preseason games, but third round picks and third team and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think within those in-season, like last year, I heard Jaden against Miami showed out. JD5 showed his talent against Miami. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think that's where you're going to improve at. That's where you're going to find out where you really at. I would love to be a fly on the wall and go to some of those inner scrimmages. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where you're going to see the actual who got better, who didn't get better. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're going to see your running back. Who's going to be the running back, who not going to be running. I think the game time come around for preseason, those are the third string guys.
Yeah, it's about who gonna make the team in the bottom.
Yeah, that's when you got your center in there and your what's the other dude on the other fullback, the other Yankoff in there and stuff like that, fighting for positions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's your boy that always looks good? That Trey likes wide receiver. he stays on the practice squad. Everybody, now you like him, your boy.
Cashmere Island.
Cashmere Island.
Yeah.
That's the Cashmere Island beast is at.
Hey, man, he fast.
He fast, baby.
He hold the ball.
Just hold the ball, Cashmere. That's how he make the team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which is fine too. That's good too, because these guys get some run, and we can really see if they can actually play. Because
Cashmere Island he's like Turner, been on the team forever. I think this year they're gonna cut Turner. I heard they got another dude that's 6'7", that's an ex-quarterback that's supposed to be.
But he's not. He is a convert from a quarterback.
Yeah. That practice squad guy. Yeah, they're not gonna play practice squad. That's all Turner was.
Turner is a practice squad. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might be right. They might cut ties with Turner this year because if it's not catching on, it ain't.
Yeah, I mean, this is like 5th year on the practice squad. I mean, it's good
wasting the spot now.
Yeah, wasting the spot. I want to see, can we get anything out of Senate, or that's a bad pick, and then.
Well, I mean, how can you get something out of him when Hurts is looking so good? You know what I mean? It's hard.
I think the issue is Hurts been so healthy. Last year, Hurts was so healthy. Yeah. We wasn't expecting that. He normally
was not expecting it.
Yeah, he normally gets hurt, but last year, 34 years old. I think he's 34. He was healthy all year, so. It just, I don't know what he did, but I hope he keep doing it because Hurts is a bad boy because he can still get. They got Hurts as a top 10 tight end in the league.
He was last year.
Yeah, they got him top 10 in the league, man. They had him in front of the dude from Kansas City.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Catches and yards. Yeah, he was there. He was definitely there.
Yeah, they had him better than what's the dude that dates the singer? Taylor Swift boyfriend.
Kelsey.
They had him in front of Kelsey.
Well, Kelsey had a bad year last year.
He did. They had Hurts in front of Kelsey. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Good quarterback, things happen like that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Deacon, let's get out of here, man.
Right on. We're going to get out of here.
Glad to be back. Hey, go Mystics. Hey, go Defenders for the championship this weekend. I think it's Saturday night, 8 o'clock. ABC Sports, Channel 7. Defenders are playing Michigan for the championship. That's cheering on our next champion in the city, DC Defenders. Mystics having a good year. I think the Nationals just won another game. They're like 500, so we competing, man. We competing.
Yeah. Yep. All right, well, let's get out of here. This is for our buddy who ain't making today. He's going through a little bit, man. Praying for you.
Praying for you, Big Tracy.
We're going to be out of here.
Sit